That was it. It has some shimmers in it. This thing is ancient. On that, no lipstick. I'm kidding. You can. If you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Hi, I'm Angie and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't heard of me before, I am a new YouTuber trying my best. And today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. Here it is. Here's the makeup. I'm so excited to show you. And yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say that you don't need any of the products that I'm going to show in this video. You just need the same type of product. So an example, I guess, is if I'm using a cream blush, you would need the cream blush, not like a powder blush. But it doesn't really matter if you have the exact blushes I'm using, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's all. And I wish I could be giving more eye contact in this video, but I'm going to be looking at the screen to like do my makeup, so sorry about that, but let's get started. So first, I'm going to be going in with this Snail Rescue moisturizer. My friend put me on this moisturizer, and she's kind of the goat for that because I have really, really dry skin. So this moisturizer's been helping a lot. So if you have dry skin, I highly recommend this moisturizer. Alright, and now I'm going to be going in with the all-nighter, what is this called? Ultra Glow Face Primer. I really like this one. It's really sticky and it's clear. So, and you can tell I clearly love it, and I have a second tube waiting for me. Okay, so I have a few breakouts. So I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I'm going to put it on my breakouts and just kind of let it sit there and dry a little bit. So there, and there. I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna mix up my foundation. So I really like a sheer foundation, so I've been using the MAC Studio Radiance foundation. I really like it. The thing is that this is my summer shade and I literally just like paled out of it, so I have to mix it with this light foundation that I have. This is the Juvia's Place foundation. This foundation is incredibly high coverage for like a fraction of the price of most foundations, so I highly recommend it. I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna mix it on the back of my hand until it looks like it's a good color. So there. Take a little bit of this. Oh, that was a lot. Oopsie. But I'm gonna mix that together and see how that looks. Still looking a little orangey. I have to figure out how to fix this. Okay, so what I ended up doing was taking my MAC foundation and mixing it with a little bit of my concealer to kind of bring the shade down. And now we have a much better match. So I'm just going to dot this over my face and I'll blend it out with my beauty blender. Okay, so now I'm going to take my damp beauty blender, I'm going to take the rest of what's off my hand, and just pat this in. Alright, here we go, and I know that this is looking a little repetitive, but now I'm just going to put the concealer right under my eyes, on my chin, here, and on my forehead, just for a little bit more full coverage in those areas. I'm just gonna tap that out. Okay, something with this is that I like to blend it like down my cheek and up the side of my nose, and I feel like that kind of helps, like, I don't know, like make my under eyes look a little bit more bright. Alright, so there it is, all blended out. And I'm going to take the Milk makeup stick and I'm going to go in heavy on my cheeks, right on the tops of my cheekbone. Bring it down the sides of my nose, and that's where I'll place that. And for this, I like to use my hands because I feel like it gets a little too caught up in the beauty blender. So I'm just going to like bring it up and bring it across. I try not to bring it any more down. Then just slide it here and do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so my base is done and I'm just gonna repeat my products. MAC Studio Radiance Foundation, Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, Milk Blush Stick, All Nighter Primer, and the Snail Rescue Moisturizer. The only thing I didn't use is a contour stick, though for my face, since it's pretty light, I just like to go in with a bronzer. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing now. So everywhere that we put these products, we're going to match it with its powder. So I personally like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills translucent powder, but any translucent powder work. The reason I like these white ones is because you don't really have to like color match your skin, and it works for most people. So I just like to use this. So I'm going to dip my brush in it, and I'm going to pat it under my eyes, down the sides of my cheeks, and all under here, leaving out the blush and contour area. I also like to drag it on my eyelids and on my forehead. So I would usually go in with this Too Faced Heart Blush, but this one's pretty hard to find. I don't think it's sold anymore, and it has some shimmers in it. I was planning on going in with some highlighter to kind of really bring it out today, so this would be the one that I would use as a combo, but we're going to use this pink Tarte blush and this random highlighter that you could probably find like in any type of product. So here's this little blush. Here it is. I'm just gonna dip in it really lightly and then lightly tap it on my cheek right over where we applied the cream blush. Also, blush is one of those things where you really have to curate it to your face and what works for you. Some people have bigger cheeks so it looks good closer, some people have smaller cheeks so it looks good outwards. So just find out what works for you. Next, we're gonna go in with this Hoola Light bronzer. It's a really light bronzer. So I'm just gonna dip in it, and I'm going to put it under my cheeks and around my forehead. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush, and I'm gonna dip it in here, and then I'm just gonna drag it down the sides of my nose. On the side too. And then I'm going to go under, over, and kind of powder the sides to make it all match. I'm going to use the same brush that I used to dip in the blush, since there's already blush around this area. And I'm going to first drag it across my cheek and do the same thing for the other side, and then use the excess of the brush to highlight my nose. A highlighter that I will recommend that I don't actually have is the ColourPop one that kind of like is gel-like, so you can like press it and it kind of presses like Play-Doh. That one's really, really freaking good. So now we're finished with the face powders. So as a recap, I used like a pinkish blush, a very light highlighter, the Hoola Light bronzing powder, the Anastasia Beverly Hills translucent powder, and yeah, I think that's it. Now it's time for eyes. So I want to say as a disclaimer, I'm going to be using some techniques that I've seen a lot of Asian creators using, and I am in no way trying to Asian fish. I'm going to put powder under here to kind of bring out the little eye bags, which I just think is really pretty. I haven't seen a lot of other people do it, but I already have them, and as you can see, they kind of already cast a shadow, so I'm just gonna embrace them, and I'm in no way trying to Asian fish at all. So yeah, let's continue. So I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I have loved this thing to death. I've hit pan in 4 of the pans. So I'm going to be dipping in the Warm Taupe one right here. This is the lightest brown in the palette, and I'm going to follow that natural like eye bag I was talking about right here and kind of just define it. And it's okay if it looks a little dark, it'll blend out, and then I'm just gonna drag it. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so there we go. They're a little bit more defined. As you can see, it's actually pretty blended out. It's just the shadows right there. And I'm going to be dipping my brush in like the tip of this to get a little bit of moisture, and I'm going to drag it right underneath here so that more like glitter will stick in a minute. There we go. And I am going to dip in both of these shimmery shades, both of them, and I'm going to drag it right across here to highlight. Alright, and now I'm going to be dipping in the darkest brown shade. This one is Cypress Umber. I don't know how to pronounce it, so if it's wrong, it's wrong. This is a brown powder, and I'm going to drag it out. I would use eyeliner, but I feel like black eyeliner is pretty harsh on like blonde-haired girls, so yeah. So I'm just gonna follow the end of my eye out and then just drag it in. Alright, so there it is. I just feel like it makes my eyes look like more young, like more puffy. So now I'm going to be going in with the Better Than Sex mascara and my eyelash color that I've had since middle school. This thing is ancient. Alright, my lashes are curled. And now I'm going to take this mascara and just drag it up. One tip is try and get every eyelash that you have and get a little bit of the ones down here. Just don't go overboard and don't do like multiple coats because stuck eyelashes don't look that good. Alright, so there we are. Something I forgot to do is I'm going to take this white eyeliner pencil, kind of draw in a white line right on my waterline. I'm sorry, that's like so disgusting, but yeah. Alright, so there it is. And I'm just going to take this little mini Benefit brow gel and just brush my brows up. I like to take the fronts of my brows and kind of like brush them towards the center. And the last thing I like to do is just a little bit of lip gloss. I like to use the Too Faced lip injection because it kind of like gives you more of a red look. And I do this because I am a lover girl, so I can't wear lipstick or else it's gonna get everywhere. Can't wear lipstick when you have a boyfriend. I'm kidding. You can, but I don't like to deal with the hassle. So yeah. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this rose spray or whatever. I'm just gonna spray it over my face, tap it in, and melt this together. Ooh, before I forget, a recap of the products. So I use the Modern Renaissance palette, lip injection, Benefit brow, the Better Than Sex mascara, white eyeliner pencil. Yeah, I think that's it. And I use just a little bit of moisturizer to get the highlight to stick. Also, I think you can see what I mean now. It just makes them a little more red. So, all that, no lipstick. If you made it to the end of this video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. And I know this is not my usual content, but I still hope you really enjoyed it. And I hope you'll subscribe. I'm trying to post every single Friday. I'll post updates if I'm not. Also, if you're interested in like recreating this makeup look, I totally want to see it. My socials will be in the description. And hit me up on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. It's one of the benefits of being a small YouTuber is that I can actually give time to talk to every one of you guys. So yeah, I hope you will. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.